Kings taking on the Seattle Supersonics.
Here we go.
So the Sonics win the tip. Here's James. Now Sacramento starting 5. We've got Butler. Clint Capella is out there with Elijah. Then there's Pippen. And it's Robinson in at the point. George, no good. Last game for Seattle, they picked up the W against Cleveland. Butler against Embiid. Elijah on the pass to Butler. Good ball movement here by the Kings. 6 to shoot. Here's Elijah on. Seattle grabs the miss. James left side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Inside, James can really carve the defense apart. His strength makes him such a tough cover.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
I did speak with the Supersonics head coach. Now, they lost the first game against this team, but the coach said he's not worried. He thinks they just have to rely on their offense a little more. He told me, look, the first time didn't go the way we would like, but I still think we can score against these guys. We have to keep the ball moving, and then we have to finish strong. They're trying to even up the season series at 1, Kevin. We'll see how they do. Back to you.
Great reporting, DA, as always. The team focused on establishing an offensive rhythm early, GA.
Well, yeah, the earlier you can get everybody in sync, the better your efficiency.
And the obvious part, too, you don't want to play from behind the whole game if you can avoid it.
First team foul.
The Kings shoot their first free throws of the night.
Clint Capella at the line for 2.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the second free throw, good.
You have to love the strong foundation Clint Capella gives his team. He's incredibly reliable in the paint on both ends of the floor.
Now, here is George. O'Neal kicks to James. And the dunk by James.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And it's the Kings with the ball. The Sonics getting the bucket. And then Elijah on with the dunk.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. James, the pass to O'Neal. Back to LeBron. High post shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
A foul won't scare King James off. He gets assertive and takes the shot.
Seattle's shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And really, is there anything LeBron can't do? One of the most versatile players the game has ever seen.
And so he hits both. Now Pippen. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Good D by Thompson. The Sonics leading. O'Neal with it. Back to Thompson. Down low. Here's James. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Pippen. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Kicks it to Robinson. On the clock. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Capella.
The muscle Capella brings packs a punch, especially when he's hitting the offensive glass.
LeBron passes to Thompson. Passes it to O'Neal. Olajuwon over with the double team. Embiid in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. James with a deep three. And no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. It's Pippen on the wing. The feed to Butler. Robinson passes to Butler. Now here is Robinson. Olajuwon inside. Defended by George. Capella trying to free himself up. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Thompson. A three ball. It's hauled in by the Kings. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you'll be lucky to win one game in this league.
Now, here's Thompson. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Thompson passes to O'Neal. They double him with Butler. Thompson for the triple. Drains the three-pointer. And it's all knotted up.
And Thompson's coaching staff encourages him to take quick shots. They know how deadly he is.
Now here's Pippen. No points in the game yet for him. Lob pass to Capella. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's James. Tries again. And it's Shaq laying it in.
Timeout.
Well, the Kings trailing. Allen outside. George against Pippen. And the pass to Robinson. Outside Butler. Olajuwon on the high post. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Pippen misses.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Thompson from long range. And another three for Seattle.
Woo, what range from Klay Thompson. It's insane. Combine that with his confidence, it's a lethal concoction.
Here's Robinson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
First personal foul. Second team
Sacramento
foul.
shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for Sacramento.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
That one is off. Jones checked in for Seattle. Isaacs checked in for Sacramento. He hits the second from the line. Here's James. He has 6. outside, George. LeBron passes to O'Neal. Outside, George. From outside, off the mark.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Robinson. Butler with the ball. Passes to Allen. Lets the three fly. Bangs home the trifecta.
A solid all-around player, Jimmy Butler understands the importance of sharing the ball with open guys.
O'Neal. Olajuwon with the block.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Here's Robinson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
And Jones is known to be a deadly three-point shooter. A beautiful shooting motion there on those triples.
Now, here is Robinson. Pass to Allen. Takes the three, and that's good.
Ray Allen.
Robinson picking up the assist. Allen's got 6.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Embiid against Isaac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal
We
foul.
know how good Embiid
Second
is
team
at
foul.
drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
At the
Let's
line
quickly
for
check
two.
out the scoring breakdown here for the Supersonics.
They didn't need any time to warm up from long range today. Their three-point shooting has been terrific in the first half.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And the first one drops.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Dawkins checked in for Shaq. Tatum comes in for George. And it's Paul in for LeBron. Bogdanovich is checked in for Sacramento. Alex Caruso comes in for Glenn Robinson III.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Caruso looking for an opening. Dishes it to Allen. Just 5 to shoot.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Allen against Jones. Now the pass to Embiid. Back to Jones. The 3. Up again, and Embiid is right there.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Here's Caruso. He kicks to Allen. Pass to Bogdanovich. Olajuwon against Dawkins. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's covered closely. Here's Olajuwon. Goes back up. Here's Isaac. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility. Great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
Now here's Paul. Guarded closely. Eddie Jones on the wing. Here's Tatum. And it's sent back by Isaac. Bogdanovich passes to Caruso. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by Joel Embiid. And it's Jones with the ball for Seattle. It's a 5-point game.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the first. Dawkins against Olajuwon. From 20 feet out. Misses off the right iron. The Kings trailed by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
On the basket by Jones.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Seattle able to drain the three. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Tatum against Bogdanovich. Tatum drives in. Not going to go that time. Here's Sacramento now. They trail by 6. Embiid against Isaac. Olajuwon inside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Olajuwon's got 6.
What a pass by Bogdanovich. Sending it straight to the wide open man.
Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Here's Caruso. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Isaac outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Caruso, guarded by Embiid. Paul surveying the floor. And here's Tatum for 3. The shot, no good. And that dunk.
But hard to bet against him.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Clint Capella is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Allen. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. The Kings trail by 6. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Pass to Allen. There's the triple. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
Allen against Jones. The pass to Dawkins. Paul outside. Pass to Jones. Here's Dawkins with the fadeaway. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Caruso, defended by Paul. Lets it go from 11. No good that time. Sonics leading by 3. Tatum finds Paul. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Tatum down low. Capella's there, and they pick up 2. Tatum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And even back in high school, Tatum had the knockdown mid-range jumper. We don't see that as much from him now, but he's still got that in his bag.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Allen surveying the D. Over Jones. Allen with another miss.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
This is it to Paul. Outside, Jones. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Now it's a 7-point Seattle lead. Timeout called by here for Seattle. Shaq's checked in for Dawkins. James comes in for Jason Tatum. Paul George is checked in for Wedman. And it's Thompson in for Jones. And then for Sacramento, Butler, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Pippen comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Glenn Robinson III is subbed in for Alex Caruso. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Seattle. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Thompson passes to LeBron. That one falls. LeBron's got the lead up to 9 now for Seattle.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Again, the miss by the Kings. And here are the Sonics. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And it's Seattle with another.
Look at the stroke on LeBron's mid-range jumper. That's why this look is an easy option for him.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Allen's shot is off.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
A step back shot here. And another basket for Seattle.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Will it go? Robinson misses.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
LeBron dishes to Thompson. No one near James as he lets it go. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Robinson. Allen for the 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ron right side. Paul outside. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. George passes to LeBron. Outside for George. Carries it from 3-point range. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Here's Capella. Again, the miss by the Kings.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Now Robinson after LeBron's 3-pointer that didn't go. And the rejection by James.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. You better watch out when LeBron is around.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Pippen. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Thompson. George against Pippen. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, it's the second game of a back-to-back. You know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the Kings making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Outside Pippen. Takes it inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Sonics leading by 21. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Butler passes to Isaac. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assistant.
And one area Isaac must continue to improve upon. Has the size to dominate inside. Now just needs to add the muscle.
Now here's Paul. 13 feet away. And too long on the shot.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Butler, no good. And here are the Supersonics now. Here's Shaq. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jimmy Butler.
It's on
personal
Jimmy
foul.
Butler.
First team foul.
The Sonics have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And Seattle making a change here. Embiid's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Olajuwon's checked in for Capella. And he sinks the second. The Kings trail by 20. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Robinson. Isaac left side. Butler in the corner. Gets to the corner and
Jimmy
buries it.
Butler.
Butler's got his second bucket.
Jimmy knows he's the leader of his team, and shots like this demonstrate his confident mindset.
Pass to George. Back to Thompson. Embiid trying to break loose. Thompson misses. Here's Sacramento. It's an 18-point game. Isaac misses. George against Pippen. Lets it go from 14. The shot is good off the backboard. George has got his third bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Rebound by the Sonics. Shaq's got 8 rebounds in this game. The pass to LeBron. Back to O'Neal. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Isaac. George, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Kings. Sonics leading by 20. James outside. Cloak loose. Thompson passes to George. Stolen by Robinson. Pass to Butler. Shoots over Embiid. And Embiid with the block. James against Isaac. LeBron dishes to Embiid. Olajuwon with the block. Fades away. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. For the Sonics, Tatum, he's checked in for O'Neal, and Jones subbed in for Thompson. Sacramento also making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Pippen, and it's Bogdanovich in for Jimmy Butler. The Kings trail by 20. Outside, Robinson passes it to Olajuwon. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Robinson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
LeBron with it. Robinson picks him up, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Great scorers
Second
have
team
this
foul.
ability. Let LeBron get that close, that's 2 points or a trip to the line.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Evans checked in for Paul George. And both free throws good for James. The Kings trailed by 19. And here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Robinson from downtown. And they get it back. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Olajuwon, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
Sacramento ball.
Bogdanovich looking around. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Robinson. And another shot.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Jones. And it's sent back by Isaac. Here's Robinson. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Covington.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Jones kicks to Tatum. Hits the three-point bomb. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Robinson passes to Olajuwon. Shoots over Embiid. Olajuwon, no luck.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot.
Kings
to
ball.
sink.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Off target with the jump hook. And so it's Seattle. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Klay Thompson is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
LeBron against Robinson. Five to shoot. And Embiid with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Thompson. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Outside Robinson. Shot from 6. Another shot. Here's Olajuwon. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Clearly a foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Supersonics, Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Overcoming adversity on the injury front. Klay Thompson's one of the tougher players in this league. both mentally and physically.
Good on the second free throw. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Outside Robinson. Poked away and stolen by LeBron. Feeds it to George. Nice D from Pippen. Now the Kings with it. Butler finds Robinson. Back to Butler. They get a hand on it, and stolen by James. It's George on the wing, guarded by Pippen. James outside, trying to get open a shot. And James gets it to go on the assist by George. LeBron's got 18 points. Pippen against George. Outside Robinson. They need this. Sacramento again missing.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. The feed to Pippen. Second chance shot. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Butler feeling out a bit. Capella kicks to Butler. Outside Robinson. Looking to get back on track here. Over Embiid. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
The Kings shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
One shot.
One shot.
James, he'll bring it up with the Supersonics. To the inside, O'Neal. Olajuwon with the block. Embiid, the pass to Thompson. And another three for Seattle.
Those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside Butler. Now, here is Robinson. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Olajuwon. And the rejection by Embiid. Yes, that goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, George. Back to James. Kicks it to Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Clint Capella.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Ray Allen is checked in for the Kings. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Capella kicks to Pippen. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Third team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Seattle.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defensively, giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Relax on the first.
That's good from O'Neal. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow it.
Here's Caruso. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And they'll get another chance.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
That's Clint, always circling around the rim, and he's quick off the floor.
Here's George. Good work defensively by Capella.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Now, here is George. He's got 7. Pass to Thompson. Now LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. That one doesn't go. James against Allen. Launches it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Chris Paul checked in for Seattle. The Kings also at the sub. Bogdanovich is checked in. Seattle leading by 23. Paul outside. Passes it to George. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
The ball goes to Sacramento.
And the Kings making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Allen. Shoots. That shot missing. And it's the Supersonics taking it the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Floats it up for James.
Though LeBron loves to keep his teammates involved, when he's feeling it, like tonight, he'll call his own number.
Robinson against O'Neal. Robinson passes to Allen. From past the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall. Allen's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Here's Paul. And it's Seattle with another.
On offense, CP3 has the green light from anywhere. Even the mid-range is in his comfort zone.
Robinson kicks to Allen, and stolen by James. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one hits back iron.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Paul, the shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 9. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Assist from
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Sinks the three-pointer.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
Here's the floater. LeBron against Butler. Inside. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by James. Shaq's got 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Allen. 17 points in the game. Outside, Bogdanovich fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Sonics. LeBron's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Paul, and he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Now here is Robinson, and there's the pass to Capella. Back to Robinson. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Great awareness by Capella to recognize the breakdown
At the line for
defense.
the Kings.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Looking at who's out there now for the Sonics. Dawkins checked in for O'Neal. Jason Tatum comes in for James.
1 shot.
Redmond's checked in for George. And Jones subbed in for Klay Thompson. And that one falls for Robinson. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 12. That's short off the rim. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Here's Bogdanovich. And Tatum pulls it down. Bogdanovich has gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Robinson against Paul. Here's Tatum. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Robinson. 12 points for him. Outside Butler. Pass to Allen. Outside for Robinson. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Robert Covington's checked in for Bogdanovich.
In for Sacramento, Robert Covington.
Paul against Robinson. Paul passes to Tatum. Here's Wedman.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Tatum. To the paint. Here's Dawkins. And it's sent back by Isaac. Covington passes to Allen. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Here's Robinson. Good on the bucket. Robinson's got 14 points.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul.
Jonathan Isaac.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for the Kings.
In for the Kings, Scottie Pippen.
Back to ball. Outside Tatum for three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Pippen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jones against Allen. 6 to shoot. Robinson misses. And it's Seattle with the ball. And so it looks like the Supersonics will retain possession here. And the Kings making a change here. Caruso's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Ball outside. Four on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Outside Pippen. Pass to Allen. Isaac with the ball. Tatum on him. They get it back. And the basket by Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac.
How about Isaac? He just attacks the backboard, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
Elbow shot is on the way. The shot that time, not up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Sacramento, we've got Robert Covington. Olajuwon is out there with Isaac. Then it's Pippen. And it's Caruso in at the point guard.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Covington kicks to Isaac. Shoots over Embiid. Isaac misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Seattle Supersonics. Redmond the pass to Tatum to the middle. Here's Embiid. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Caruso, the pass to Olajuwon. Here's Caruso. For three, Covington. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Wedman, defended by Covington. Tatum gets the bucket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And here are the Kings now. Inside, here's Olajuwon. Connects on the open J.
Olajuwon.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Ball against Olajuwon. And the foul called on ABC. And that'll be his third foul so far. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment.
And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
Now here's Pippen. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Good work defensively by Jones. Tatum against Pippen. Tatum kicks to Paul. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Wow, he got
Second
whacked
team
on that
foul.
one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for your Sonics, Joel Embiid. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Positions aren't as easily defined, Smitty, as they used to be in the NBA. Most players have to play a number of roles now.
That's totally true, Kevin. The more versatile you are, the more valuable you are. Teams want guards who can crash the boards and big men who can dish it out.
And Embiid drops them both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The pass to Caruso. Up top, Olajuwon. That's tipped. Feeds it to Paul. Olajuwon with the block. And so it looks like the Supersonics will retain possession here. Wedman the pass to Jones. Here's Wedman. Clock at 6. Paul finds Embiid. And here's Jones.
And Pippen is a rugged defender, has tremendous length, and that helps him cover a lot of ground.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Sacramento ball.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caruso.
Chris Paul is a complete player, a top-notch defender who really uses his body well to contest shots.
And it's sent back by Isaac. Here's Caruso. Steve, you played 4 years at Michigan State with all the changes, including pro options for the top prospects. Do you worry at all about the college game?
No, I don't worry about it. In some ways, having more players who stick around is a good thing, but I love the opportunity these young guys are getting. Continuity can lead to beautiful basketball. They just have to make adjustments.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Embiid, no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Pippen. Here's Olajuwon. Seattle grabs the miss.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Supersonics ball.
And Seattle making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Sacramento. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Supersonics will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Sonics. The Kings also at the sub. Capella's checked in. Pass to O'Neal. Goes up to the stripe. Tatum. And Capella sends it back.
We've been spoiled by watching Clint Capella do this for years and years. He's such a skilled defender.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Passes to O'Neal. There's the double team with Covington. Paul passes to Wedman. Shaq against Capella. Just 5 on the clock. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And Steve, you played in a different era. Do you look a little differently at all the hugs and handshakes between opposing players these days?
No, not at all, Kevin. It's just totally different. These guys been knowing each other for a long time, you know, with youth basketball. I think the competition on the court, it speaks for itself, so I think our game is still in good hands.
Dawkins checked in for Jason Tatum. Now here's Pippen. Over Dawkins. A second chance effort. Rebound by the Sonics. Shaq's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Pass to Wedman. Ball outside. The pass to Thompson. Over in the corner, Paul. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Covington. Plays it up and banks it in. Covington's got his first points of the game.
And it does a lot for Covington when he can finish through contact. Gives him the confidence to take it inside, even when there's traffic.
Now, here is O'Neal. He dishes it to Paul. Dawkins against Covington. Dawkins kicks to Thompson. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
Emphatic points from Covington. Dunks and threes. Baskets every team needs. That's what Robert brings to the table.
Count that bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Pippen following the basket by Chris Paul. Again, Covington missing. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Seattle. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Back to O'Neal. Covington with the steal. Now Pippen. The dish to Capella. Back to Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. Good. He hits the jump shot. Pippen's got 4 points this quarter. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Now here's Paul. Back to Thompson. To the inside. Here's Dawkins. From close range, Caruso grabs the miss. And it's the Kings with the ball. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Pippen with it. Pass to Caruso. And we all value a dose of humility from time to time, even, Steve, from the start. But what do you think is the right balance between bravado and modesty?
I think you always got to have character and respect. I think that's where it comes from. But during competition, as long as you're not crossing the line, I think it's okay.
And here is Paul. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Thompson passes to O'Neal. The shot will not fall. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
And Capella sends it back. Here's Dawkins. Thompson in the corner. Over Bogdanovich. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The accuracy of Thompson's shooting lets him score from anywhere. The mid-range is an easy option.
Now here's Pippen. Passes it to Caruso. Teardrop shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got his 4th assist in this one. Ball outside. Bogdanovich against Thompson. Ball outside. Pass to Wedman. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after him. Now here's Bogdanovich. Over Thompson. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Now here's Paul. Not a lot of room. It's deflected. Now the pass to Dawkins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Sacramento with the ball. Here's Caruso. Pass to Pippen. Capella, high post. Shaq on him. Bogdanovich wide open. Connects from three-point range.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to O'Neal. Doubled by Bogdanovich. O'Neal against Capella. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
That's on Clint Capella.
Team foul. Shooting for Seattle, Shaquille O'Neal. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. O'Neal hits them both. Now Bogdanovich. So no problem for Seattle.